unhook my hood and make sure I unhook it in such a way that it will not snag when I open my hood and I'm ready for it open. I see no puddles or drips to indicate my engine or transmission is leaking. My headlights high and low beam, my left turn signal, right turn signal, my four-way flashers. Oh, my headlights high and low beams are clean and functional. They're not missing or damaged, and the correct color is clear. My left headlight, my left four-way, or my left turn signal, four-way flasher, running lights, clean and functional. They're not missing or damaged, and the correct color is amber. My right turn signal, four-way flasher, and running light is clean and functional. They're not missing or damaged, and the correct color is amber. My clearance lights, they're amber, they're red in the back and amber elsewhere. They're clean and functional. They're not missing or damaged, and they are amber as well. All right. All my hoses are in good condition. I don't see any wear, rubbing, or any problems. I hear and I see no leaks. My belt, my alternator is belt driven. My alternator belt should not be cracked, worn, or frayed, or have any loose fibers. And when pulled upon its center, should not move more than 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. My water pump is belt driven. My water pump belt is not cracked, worn, or frayed, and it doesn't have any loose fibers, and when pulled upon at the center, it should move no more than 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. My coolant reservoir is secure. I see that my coolant, I have adequate coolant level. It is not leaking. With my engine off, I would check my oil is above the refill mark. I would also check that my power steering fluid is above the refill mark. All my hoses are in good condition. I see and hear no leaks. I don't see any chafing or any wearing or any fraying. My steering gearbox, my air compressor is functioning properly. It's secure, it's not damaged, and I hear no leaks, and it's gear driven. My power steering gearbox is not leaking, it's secure. There are no loose nuts or bolts. My power steering hoses are in good condition. I see no leaks. My steering linkage from my gearbox to my wheel is not worn or cracked. There are no worn or loose sockets or joints, and it's not missing any nuts, bolts, or carter keys, as you can tell right here. My leaf spring mount front and rear, they're not cracked or broken. Right up in here and back in there, there are no damaged. There are no, damaged or missing bushings or bolts. My leaf springs are not cracked, broken, missing, or shifted. My shock absorber is secure. I see no leaks. My brake chamber is secure. It's not dented or cracked. Doesn't have any loose or missing clamps. And I hear no leaks. My brake hose lines and couplings are not chafed, worn, or cracked, and I hear no leaks. My slack adjuster right here, my slack adjuster, I'm pulling on it. My slack adjuster is not broken, loose, or missing any parts. And when pulled upon, my push rod should move no more than 1 inch with the brakes released, which they are not moving. All right, next thing I'm going to talk about is my brake drum. My brake drum right here is not dented, cracked, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts. My lining is not worn dangerously thin, and my drum and lining are free of grease, oil, and debris. My steer tire sidewalls and tread are not damaged or cut. The tread depth should be no less than 4/32 of an inch and evenly worn. If I had a tire gauge, I would check for proper PSI. My valve stems and caps are not broken. They're not damaged, broken, or missing. My rim is not damaged. It's not bent. There are no illegal wells. I don't see any rust trails indicate wheel looseness, and my rim is firmly attached to the wheel. All my lug nuts are present. They're not cracked or distorted. I see no shiny threads or rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. My hub is not leaking, and the sight glass shows I have adequate oil level. My mirrors, brackets are not damaged. They're not loose. Don't have any damage or loose fittings. My doors, my latches, and my hinges for both my doors are properly mounted secure. They're not damaged. My seals are intact. They both open and close properly from the outside and latch. My steps are securely bolted to the frame. They're solid. They're clear of objects and free of objects and free. My fuel tank, straps, and lines, they're secure. They're not damaged. They're not leaking. My cap is tight. My longitudinal frame and my cross member is not damaged, not cracked, don't have any holes, and I see no broken wells. My drive shaft and couplings are secure. My drive shaft is not damaged. They're not bent. My couplings are free of foreign objects and debris. My exhaust system is secure. It's not damaged. It's fastened tightly. I see no carbon soot or rust trails to indicate leaks. My tractor air connections are secure. They're not leaking. My electrical cord and air hoses from my tractor to my trailer are not cut, cracked, chafed, or worn. They're not tangled, pinched, and they're not dragging against the tractor parts. My grant hands and electrical plugs are firmly seated and locked in place. That's both my electrical plugs right here, and I hear no leaks. My conspicuity tape is not damaged. It is present. My fifth wheel release handle is in the engaged position. The safety latch is locked in place. My fifth wheel kingpin is not damaged. It's not bent. It is securely, the lock is latched securely around the kingpin shank, as you can see. All right, now let's go back this way. My apron is not damaged. It's not bent. It's not cracked. I see no light or gaps, and it is resting flatly on the fifth wheel skid plate. My fifth wheel skid plate is not damaged, it's not cracked, it's securely mounted to the platform, it's not missing any pins or bolts, and it is properly lubricated. My platform is not cracked or broken. My platform is solidly bolted to the frame. There are no loose or missing bolts. My drive tire. My drive tires on the sidewalls and tread, they're not cut, they're not damaged. The tread depth should be no less than 2/32 of an inch and evenly worn. If I had a tire gauge, I would check the proper PSI, both the inside and outside. My valve stems and caps are not broken, missing, or damaged. My bud rims. My bud rims are evenly spaced There's no debris or foreign objects lodged between them. The rim is not damaged or it's not bent. It doesn't have any illegal wells. I see no rust trails to indicate wheel looseness. My wheel is firmly attached to my rim is firmly attached to the wheel. All of my lug nuts are present. They're not cracked or distorted. I see no shiny threads or rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolts and bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. My axle oil seal is not leaking. My mud flaps are properly mounted, secured. They are not damaged. My leaf spring mount front. My airbag mounts upper and lower rear. They're not cracked or broken. There are no loose or damaged or missing bushings or bolts. My leaf springs are not cracked, broken, missing, or shifted. My U-bolts are not cracked, broken, or missing any bolts. My torsion bar up here is properly mounted, secured. It is not damaged. My shock absorber right here is secure. I see no leaks. My airbag is not damaged. It's not cut. It's not cracked. And I hear no leaks. My dual brake chamber is firmly attached. It's not dented. It's not cracked. Doesn't have any loose or missing clamps. And I hear no leaks. My brake line hose and couplings are secure. They're not chafed, worn, or cracked. And I hear no leaks. My slack adjuster is not broken, loose, or missing any parts. And when pulled by hand, this push rod right here should move no more than 1 inch with the brakes released. My brake drum is not dented, cracked, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts. My lining is not worn dangerously thin, and both my lining and my drum are free of grease, oil, and debris. My left turn signal, right turn signal, my four-way flashers, my running lights, and my brake lights. They're clean and functional. They're not missing, they're not damaged, and the correct color is red. My left and right backup lights, reverse lights, they're clean and functional. They're not missing, they're not damaged, and the correct color is clear. My DOT reflective tape is not damaged, it's not missing, and it's in good condition. My landing gear. My landing gear is in the full upright position. My landing gear pads and the landing gear, my landing gear pads, my landing gear, and my support frame is not damaged. It's not bent. It's not secure. It's secure. There are no loose or missing parts, and the handle is in the locked position. Oh, did I say the landing gear is in the upright position?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now I come to the front of the trailer. I hit this. The front of my trailer. It's not damaged. It's not bent. Doesn't have any holes. It's not bulging. And I support my load. My trailer sides is not damaged, not bent. Doesn't have any holes. Don't see any bulges, and it will support my load. My clearance light is clean and functional. It's not damaged or missing, and the correct color is clear. Amber, I'm sorry, amber. My DOT reflective tape is in good condition. It's not missing or damaged. My longitudinal frame, my longitudinal frame, my cross members, and my floor are not damaged. There's no cracks, there's no holes, and it will support my load. My left turn signal, my right turn signal, my four-way flasher, my running light, and my reflector is clean and functional. It's not damaged or missing, and the correct color is amber. My tandem release button and locking pins are secured and locked in place. It is air powered, and I hear no leaks. My trailer tires, sidewalls, and tread are not cut or damaged. The tread depth should be no less than 2/32 of an inch and evenly worn. If I had a tire gauge, I would check for proper PSI. All right, my valve stems and caps are not damaged, broken, or missing. My bud rims are evenly spaced. There are no foreign objects or debris wedged in between them. My bud rims are not damaged. They're not bent. I see no rust trails to indicate wheel looseness, and my rim is firmly attached to the wheel. All my lug nuts are present. They're not cracked or distorted. I see no shiny threads or rust trails to indicate looseness. All my bolt holes are not cracked or distorted. My axle oil seal is not leaking. This trailer does not have leaf springs, U-bolts, or torsion bars. All right, since it doesn't have leaf springs, we just call this a spring mount. My spring mount front, my airbag mounts upper and lower rear are not cracked or broken. There are no damaged or missing bushings or bolts. My airbag is not damaged, it's not cut, it's not cracked, and I hear no leaks. My shock absorber is secure. I see no leaks. My brake chamber is secure. It's not dented or cracked. There are no loose or missing clamps, and I hear no leaks. My brake line hose and couplings, that includes all the way over here. You gotta point this out. My brake line hose and couplings are secure, okay? They're not chafed, worn, or cracked, and I hear no leaks. My slack adjuster, back here, my slack adjuster is not broken, loose, or missing any parts. And when pulled by hand, my brake push rod should move no more than 1 inch with the brakes released. Behind my dust cover, I check my drum is not dented, cracked, or have any holes. There are no loose or missing bolts. My lining is not worn dangerously thin, and both my drum and my lining is free of grease, oil, and debris. My mud flaps, they're securely mounted, they're not damaged. My ABS light is clean and functional. It's not damaged or missing, and the correct color is amber. My marker light is clean and functional. It's not damaged or missing, and the correct color is red. My DOT reflective tape. Yeah, there it is. My DOT reflective tape is not damaged, it's present, and it's in good condition. My running lights, all 4 of these are running lights. My left turn signal and 4-way flasher, my brake light, my right turn signal and 4-way flasher, they're all clean and functional. They're not damaged or missing, and the correct color is red. My clearance lights up here, my clearance lights are clean and functional. They're not damaged or missing, and the correct color is red. My door latch, hinges, and seal are secure. They're not damaged. They're in good condition. The door latches and unlatches and opens from the outside.